Girls ready to hit it?
Like, give each other like high fives and we're like, oh,
Okay, so we're warming up right now. We're actually waiting for Jessie. She got stuck in traffic, so gives us time to get the shoulders all warmed up, make sure they're ready to hit it hard and heavy. And as soon as Jessie gets here, it's on. All right, so Jessica and Jill are getting ready for the Zhanna Rotar Classic on July 24th. So it's coming up real quick. And Wendy is getting ready for the Olympia here.
We're all getting ready for the Olympia.
That's right. Well, not me. So today was a shoulder day, and I would say these gals they really killed it. I think it's everyone here has really good camaraderie, but also they're competitors. They're all getting ready for a show. So when that combination comes together, it makes for a really, really effective workout.
What do you feel like your strengths are when it comes to your shoulders? What have we been working on? What do you feel like you need to work on?
I feel like pretty much any overhead press I'm pretty my strongest. I don't know, shoulders are my favorite. So
what are your improvements that you've made over the last couple of years that you're really proud of?
My legs have come a long ways. Just overall, my back, my thickness.
Yeah.
Maturity in my muscles have changed drastically.
I would say Jessica has one of those crazy shapes where she has a tiny waist, she has really deep muscles, and you have the type of genetics where you get really thick muscles really fast. So we had to be really mindful of that. When you first started working with us, you falsely looked a little bit more narrow than you were because your traps were so thick and so dense. And so I feel like you've really opened up your back a lot because you've built up your rear delts, your interior delts, your teres major, teres minor, and your back. And that has really opened up your back a lot. And now you look a lot wider, and it's really rounded out your shape. And yeah, your legs too.
Kind of like more 3D-ish.
Yeah. Well, your muscles have always had like a really impressive 3D pop, but the key is like having impressive 3D pop is good, but putting it together the right way is what creates that aesthetic. You know what I mean? We don't want like Instagram impressive. We want judges impressive.
Yeah.
We want the judges, the real judges, to be impressed, not just the Instagram judges.
Yeah. 100%.
And your legs really have improved quite a bit this year.
Definitely.
But your upper body has improved even more, and that was already a strength. So it's always a game of catch up to get your lower body up to par with your upper body. But hey, both keep improving, so we can't complain. And then Jill is just the most balanced, has the most balanced physique I've ever seen. Very tiny joints. She's not the biggest competitor, but she has nice round muscle bellies and really tiny joints, and a little bit of muscle goes a long way on her physique. And with Jill, we've just been working on continuing to build a little bit more muscle and bringing that phenomenal conditioning and shape that she's known for.
I would say girls that are like Jill, when you have like a tinier frame and those really tiny joints, like a lot of girls, they look at some of the people on stage competing and they think, oh, gotta build all this muscle. And really fast, you can ruin a really awesome physique fast by just trying to pile muscle onto a body like Jill's. So really protecting that kind of that structure that you have and making sure that we don't like overbuild certain muscles, because that's really like makes you look so impressive, just your tiny joints and just the right amount of balance of muscle, putting it just a little bit goes a long way on you know what I mean? So I think it's hard, we look on all of the pros and we go, oh my god, we just like put all this muscle on our bodies, and to be able to like take a step back and have that objective look and go, what combination of all that stuff is going to look the best on my physique, you know what I mean?
And so Wendy, how many years have you been a pro?
2011.
Over 10 years as a pro, and Wendy actually just nailed her best physique ever at the North Dakota. So it took 10 years as a pro, and 10 years as a pro, she nailed her best. So this is one of those things that it really takes time.
So, Jill, what do you feel like what are your strengths? What do you feel like you've and what do you feel like you've improved the most in the last couple of years? Putting you on the spot.
As you know, when we first started my presentation, I was so incredibly nervous. So I think that's improved a lot. The shakiness has improved. So my comfort on the stage has improved. My glutes, I think, are one of my strengths. My back is one of my strengths. But Matt, when I first came to him, my traps were pretty big. So, he shrunk those down a little bit. And we've been working on building my legs up. So we're still working on that to bring that balance. But I think my conditioning is pretty good. I don't generally have an issue with that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very critical of myself, so it's hard
You
to.
should be.
Yeah, it's. I just see what I need to improve. I know you need to assess and see what's come along, but I just keep continually going back to what needs to improve more.
Definitely. At this level, I think you have to do that. I mean, the journey is never over. We shouldn't ever be satisfied. But yeah, I think it's important to know think about what your strengths are, and obviously be really critical of the things that we need to improve. But your strengths, those are the things that when you make those strengths stronger, that's what kind of makes you stand out. I would say definitely your glutes are some of the best I've ever seen. So taking that strength and making sure that we just always emphasize that those have to be on point with you, because that's absolutely your strength. I think with both of you, Louise, your posing has gotten a lot better.
Absolutely. All three of
mine
you
was
have phenomenal posing. Well, you know what? The thing is, it kind of wasn't your fault, because you were taught to pose a way that didn't suit your style. I mean,
The same as everyone.
Jessie's like a badass, right? She can't go on stage grinning like a happy she's not a pageant girl.
Not everybody
right?
expresses their joy with a smile.
Right. So
I don't even
Jessie
know how to hold a purse.
Jessie needs to go on stage with the expression that suits her, and it looks awkward if she has a forced, cheesy smile. And when Jessie started really posing and holding herself in a way that suited her personality, all of a sudden it just looked natural, and she really started to shine.
I would definitely agree with that.
I think that's the thing too, is you take everyone's individual personality, and it's not cookie cutter, that you don't do the same thing, which is great.
When you step on stage and you feel, how would you describe the personality that you feel represents you? How would you describe that? And it doesn't have to be what it is. It could be your fantasy version of yourself. When you close your eyes and you imagine yourself on stage, on the Olympia stage, and you're performing your heart out, what is the aura? What is that essence that you are imagining yourself as?
For me,
Yeah.
I try to visualize all of the light inside of me kind of beaming out to the
Ooh,
judges.
I like that.
Just like
Like a Care Bear.
and they can
A Care Bear.
they can see all my goodness, and
I'm gonna be thinking about that when I
Yeah.
see you on stage.
yeah, that's
gonna-
when I'm on, when I'm
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Jill, the Care Bear Jill.
No, I don't think of
No, I don't.
I don't think of a Care Bear.
Okay, no, that's not a good. No, you want to sound
No.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like a badass
powerful.
Care Bear.
It's powerful.
We're just gonna leave Care Bear out of
All
it.
right.
Yeah, no Care
No
Bears.
Care Bear. I mean, that's what we're
All right.
thinking in our mind, but that's not what she
All
wants
right.
to be.
Got it.
It's like a beam of light coming out of
I like
all
that.
the cells.
Seeing
are
the
just-
light type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I see. It's powerful.
Actually, when you are on, I see that for
You
you
can see
too.
that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I could tell, especially when you're practicing and because you're you know, I mean, we're all champions. Like, I would say the three of us, we have a like very like champion mentality. We don't imagine ourselves getting second place. You know, we take what comes with us to us, but we're not like thinking like about accepting a second place trophy. Like, we're all thinking, okay, we're on that stage, we're winning, and I think when I see you practicing, I can see that. Just you're visualizing that. You know, you're in there to win, and that's what I want to see of you on stage. I want to see you win that.
And that's so true. When we were in North Dakota, when you won the Masters Pro Show, I mean, you were just glowing. You were lighting up. Everyone's eyes went straight to you. I actually thought, am I biased? So I closed my eyes real quick, open them up, and still, boom!
No,
it went straight to you. And it also, I think it helped that somehow. I don't know. Maybe it was just you, but it seemed like
the light was on
it
her.
seemed like the brightest light in the building happened to be right on you.
I think it's crazy to think. You know, sometimes I think we get so caught up, and we think that the goal of stepping on the Olympia stage is this elusive thing, because there's so many girls, there's so many pros, and everybody is so good. But the reality is, once you get in the game, when I say in the game, I mean like you've got your pro card, you're willing to put in the work. It really is an achievable destination that that we have the ability to achieve. You know what I mean? And the thing that separates people, I think, is, you know, first of all, you really believe in yourself. You're able to thrive under these pressures. You recognize what things need to be worked on, and you channel what you need to work on in a productive way rather than breaking yourself down. And ultimately, I think that we're all going to get there.
You know, we have to put in the work physically, but I think even more so, it's a mind. It's the mind is what you have to control in all this, and that's what really gets you there.
I saw something come out in you when you got that point toward the Olympia. I could tell that something shifted in you, where I could tell that you felt like it was an achievable goal. Like, there was something that like just switched on in you, where you were just like, you went from, I don't know, I just want to like not get last place. Like, I remember you saying, I just don't want to get last place. And all of a sudden you're winning, you got your point towards the Olympia, and then I saw something shift in you.
But it's a roller coaster.
It is, I know. Feels elusive more than not. Actually, so I'm reading this book. Christine and I are doing this like book club thing. It's kind of funny, but it's called it's a book called Winning, and I can't even remember the author's name, but he was Kobe Bryant's coach or
performance coach.
Yeah, and this book is filled with so many crazy quotes that nail it, and he's talking about winning, and he says winning is like winning is pouring you a glass of champagne and then knocking it over. And it's so crazy if you think about it, because you feel these highs and lows, right? You get like the champagne is poured for you and celebration, and then someone just like knocks over the glass, and that is so. I just feel like that quote just like stuck with me when I read that, and I thought, oh my God, this is so what it is, you know?
It's true, and then you have to adjust your mind. It's a constant thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You have to be able to be tough and take the pain, because it's
what separates being strong and weak.
Yep.
Mine feels a lot stronger now.
Yeah.
Than it did.
Yeah. This prep has been rough on my mind for sure. Just getting there, and it's like you keep wanting like a jump, like somebody to like on the battery, like something, you know, get you going. It's like, you know, and it's like, when's it gonna happen? You know, when's that gonna like kick in?
This is your jump.
You know,
jump,
exactly.
Jump
yeah.
Good energies, good connections are hard to find, but we've got it right here. We got the family right here.